What up, YouTube? You already know. Just tapped on in. I'm tapping back in again. Gonna go ahead and do the hat trick. Bust out two tonight. This one's gonna be another little short video, as you can tell from the thumbnail. This is from the exhibition fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr., aka Money Mayweather, aka Pretty Boy Floyd, right? Uh, versus John Gotti, right? The grandson of the Teflon Don and the son of John A. Gotti, aka Junior Gotti or Gotti Jr., which he's not really a junior. His father was the junior, but they called him senior. So, anyways, it's a little tricky. It's a little confusing because every sibling pretty much has a son named John. Peter's son, John, is doing some time right now. And I believe Victoria has a son named John Carmine, and I forgot the third one's name. Anyways, uh, everybody was. I read a lot of people there because this was a hot topic, right? Because of what ended up happening when the fight was called in the sixth round by legend. Well, I guess you can call him legendary. He's been around forever. He's done many fights, many title fights. Kenny Bayless stopped the fight in the sixth round. I believe it was scheduled for an 8 round fight. When people were talking shit like, "Oh, I thought John Gotti had talent and he just this and that." Yeah, he has a lot of. They were saying that he has that. Oh, I thought he has talent, and basically Mayweather just ate him up. Okay, let's clarify this. The dude has a lot of talent, but he's an MMA fighter. He's not a boxer. You know what I'm saying? And you're talking about Floyd Mayweather, who's one of the best boxers ever. I don't give a fuck that he's 43 or 44 or whatever he is now. You know what I mean? He still has some of those skills. You know what I'm saying? And when you're going to go up against somebody that's not a boxer, you're going to show a lot of them skills, right? Which he did. I mean, he outboxed him bad, which was expected. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that the whole time of the fight, they were shit talking each other. And I think Floyd was pretty much one the instigator because from what they caught Kenny Bayless saying after the fight in the back, Antonio Tarver started talking to him and he was filming it. And he said that he basically warned him from the very beginning that he was going to stop the fight. He ain't going to put up with that shit or something like that. So they were like saying that, he already had it in his mind to do this. Nonetheless, John Gotti Jr. or John Gotti the third, JG3 got beat. I mean, outboxed because there was no winner at the end of the day, right? And then the fight was called anyways. You know what I'm saying? Now we know if they were in the octagon, he would have had Floyd tapping out within 20, 30 seconds. You know what I mean? But it's not that's the same reason why Tyson Fury was quick to come back on, his platform and say, I'm not an MMA fighter. I'm a boxer. So you step in the ring, da da da. You know what I'm saying? He's full of shit too. You know what I mean? But I mean, he's the WBC champ. But so same reason, same reason. I believe he toyed with Conor McGregor for those 10 rounds, and then he finally started putting hands on him at I think it was the 10th round when they stopped it, or it might have been the 11th, but I believe he started putting hands on him then, and old boy was like, oh no, they stopped it. Um, Same thing with Logan Paul. I think he decided not to go out full force on him, but then again, Logan Paul was a big dude. It wasn't a legit weight fight, weight class. It was way off. Logan Paul was like a cruiserweight. You know what I mean? And just keep it real, Floyd don't have that punching power no more like he did when he was lighter weights. Like when he was a lightweight, he used to knock guys out back then. You know what I'm saying? He used to knock guys out back then, and you know, it is what it is. And he had hand problems and stuff like that now. So, no, he has hand problems. So he didn't really knock too many guys out no more. He was always winning decisions. So I think that's why he couldn't mess with Logan Paul, like as far as knocking him out. McGregor now, I think he would have put hands on McGregor quickly, and done it like if it was a real boxing match, he would have he would have stopped him quick. John Gotti 3 he's a bigger kid too, a bigger man too. So he's not a cruiserweight, but he's a bigger dude. He's probably about super middleweight, I would think. I didn't catch the weigh-ins or what they said the weights were, But John Gotti the third, he looked like he could have been a middleweight, super middleweight at least, maybe even light heavyweight. He was a lot taller than Mayweather. Let's see, Mayweather's listed at what, 5'8", I think, 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". So John Gotti had to be like 6 foot. John Gotti the third, he's a lot taller than his dad too. His dad, probably about 5'8", 5'9". But one thing was cool when the brawl. Oh, that's another thing too, is that I seen people's comments that, oh yeah, Floyd hit him with that punch and he almost knocked him out. Nah, it wasn't that punch. The dude in the came over the rope. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong, but it looked like somebody that came from the side of, from when they started brawling. One of those big ass dudes, bodyguard dudes, came up on there, and it looked like he either grabbed him or he tried to hit him. So that's when he ducked and backed all the way up. And then his trainer went in there. The ball headed guy, he got hit in the back of the head. Um, So it was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I give props to his dad. His dad got right up in there. He didn't fight, but he got right up in there. You know what I'm saying? He's 50, 58, 9, 59 years old, 58, 59 years old now. He's born in 64, John A. Gotti, his dad. So, and that's another thing too. Seen people commenting that, oh, he kicked off, John Gotti the third kicked off this melee, and, women got injured. And, oh, wait a minute. John Gotti the third is in the ring. What is everybody's behavior and whatever they decide to do? That's on them. He didn't go tell these people, hey, go, hey, lady, go fuck that lady up. And go. He didn't tell nobody like that. Those people decided to fight. That was on them. Everybody has their own choice. Everybody has a choice. Like E40 says, everybody has a choice. So if you decided to indulge in a physical altercation, that's on you. I don't see how he gets the the blame of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things with people. Oh, they're the Gottis this, the Gottis that. It's a never ending story when it comes to the Gottis. I don't know everything they're involved with and everything they do, but from the things I do see, I see a lot of people that just don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Because that narrative always is going to be there. Oh, John Gotti single handedly brought down the mafia. Come on, you're fucking dumb as fuck. And they'll bring up his mouth. He got caught on tape. All the bosses before him got caught on tape. All of them. All of them. You know what I'm saying? All of them. They even got recordings of bosses back in the '60s when they were wiretapping, when they didn't even have the proof, the warrant to do so, and whatever they heard on those wiretaps, they couldn't even use because it was illegal what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's that bullshit narrative you're always gonna hear. Oh, John Gotti single-handedly brought it down. Then you got Sammy the Bull, peddling his bullshit lies. You know what I'm saying? He's getting called out on it. He don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So from a guy that was around during the time he flipped and a little bit before that, you know what I'm saying, and a guy that's known him since he was 6 years old, and the guy's 67 now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. I give props to uh, John Gotti for taking that fight. um, I don't know what he ended up making. If anybody could comment in the comment section if you know what he made for that fight. I had when they do was talking about it one day on his channel, I made a comment that he'll make about $10 million on that, and they do said no way, he'll make maybe 5, and I was like, well, shit, Logan Paul made 6 or 7, 8 million on that fight with Mayweather, and they were like, whoa. And then he goes and looks at his social media followings, and so I don't know, I don't think that has anything to do with it. He's like, Logan Paul has 2 million followers, and John Gotti the third only has 4 or 5 thousand, something like that. He said so. Basically, he was saying that's why Logan Paul got paid the 6, 7, 8 million dollars for that fight, and that John Gotti the third wasn't going to get 10 mil, because I heard somebody say that he got even more than that. So I don't know for sure, but if anybody knows that watches this video, leave it in the comment section. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. Good night. I gotta get to sleep. I gotta wake up at 2 in the morning.